In general, people are friendly. You don't have to worry about racism. When you come to Kenya, you're not missing out on too much that you had in the States. They're going to say, I don't want your money, put in a credit application. We need to see if you're trustworthy for it.
Oh.
You see? So they force you, they integrate you into that system where you have to have debt, you have to be a slave, you know? And so people get tired of that system and they want us to leave.
Yeah. Hello guys, how is everyone doing? I trust you're doing great. Welcome back to the channel. It's a girl here, Miss KT Kenya. And today guys, I'm not alone. I'm being joined with one of our amazing guests from USA. And today we're gonna be diving into one of the amazing topics. We've seen them before and we've been discussing them. So we're gonna be looking on why Americans, mostly Black Americans, are choosing to come to Africa and Kenya in specific. So I'm gonna be introducing our guest of the day and you're gonna get to know him. So with no further ado guys, allow me introduce our guest of today. So welcome to the channel.
Glad to be here. What's up guys? My name is No Limit Eddie, and like Katie said, I'm an American who lives kind of all around Africa, but right now we're in Nairobi.
Yes. Welcome to Nairobi.
Thank you, Asante.
Yes. How long have you been here?
Basically like a month so far.
And how do you feel about Kenya? How do you see Kenya?
I think there's good and there's bad, right? I think the good is the development. It's one of the most developed in East Africa. I say the most developed in East Africa.
Yeah.
The food is nice.
Yeah.
You know, the food is nice. The ugali, the sukima wiki, things like that have been good.
Yeah.
The people are a little bit less friendly.
Oh, less friendly. Wow.
Yeah.
You know, most of the time I interact with people and they say people are very, very friendly here.
Yeah.
So why do you think they are less friendly?
Okay, so it depends on where the people are coming from. So for me, I've been in Africa now for almost 5 years.
Yeah.
So I'm not adjusting from the States to Africa.
Yeah.
I'm adjusting from other African countries to Kenya.
Okay.
So when I go to a place like, let's say, Kampala, the welcomingness is too much. Everybody's open armed, you know what I mean? In Kenya, people are a little bit more cold. I think maybe because it's such a bigger city, people are maybe they're more afraid of crime, this.
Okay.
So people are a little bit more cold here in Kenya compared to some other African countries.
Okay.
And what else would I say? The cost of living on some things is actually very affordable and other things more expensive. So
okay.
It's a mix in Kenya.
So when you came to Kenya, what was your first impression of Nairobi?
My first impression of Nairobi? Okay, so I actually ended up staying in Embakasi.
It's close to airport.
Yes, in my first few days, and I was like, whoa, this is way too rough for me, you know?
Yeah.
So now I'm in Kileleshwa, which is like, okay, this is more my speed.
So Kileleshwa is
like a middle class.
High-end places. Yes.
Yeah.
Compared to Embakasi. So you were like so shocked when you landed in Embakasi. You're like, oh, this is Nairobi.
Yeah.
This is the Nairobi that I've always been hearing.
But I did on the first day come down this side to Westlands. Yeah, I went to, I think, Kosewe is how you call it.
Where?
Kosewe. It's like a restaurant.
Okay, a restaurant. Okay.
Yeah. It's a popular spot that serves like Kenyan foods. So I came over here to Westlands, so I saw like the big Qatar Airways glass building and Westland Square, Sarah Center. So I did see all that. So I saw the more modern side of Kenya too. So I was happy with the development, I would say. Yeah.
So this side of Nairobi is much developed. So
yeah, very nice.
It gives Nairobi a good picture of the city.
Yeah. Like I love the real estate here. Like the apartments are nice. The finishing is nice. They have like high-rise buildings. You know what I mean? Which I prefer to live in places like that. You know.
So Eddie, there's this trend of we've been seeing of Black Americans moving to Africa and mostly Kenya. What do you think about this?
I mean, I love it. You know, I love to see people moving around and transporting. I feel like you should go where you're treated best. So if you are unhappy with your home, come somewhere else. You know, I feel like for most of my life, people immigrated to America.
Yeah.
Right? Kenyans wanted to go to the States. Tanzanians wanted to go to the States. People want to go to the States. Now we're seeing the reverse, where people from the States are finally wanting to leave the States and come other places. And so I think you should go wherever you treat it best, and also go where the opportunity is.
Yeah.
Right? So for a lot of people, it makes more sense financially to be in Africa than it does to be in America. Right? So that's one aspect of it. Number two, it may just be the quality of life.
Yeah.
Right? The food here is better. In general, the people are nicer. You know what I mean? The freedom that you feel is different than you feel in the States. So I love that African Americans are leaving America and coming to other places.
So when you mention about the freedom here is better than America, how is the freedom in America?
So the motto of America is the land of the free, home of the brave. But there's laws for everything.
Yeah.
And the police kind of enforce those laws without giving you any wiggle room. So it's like, if you don't have a seatbelt, you're going to get a ticket. If you run a stop sign, you're going to get a ticket. If you cut somebody off, you're going to get a ticket. So everything has laws, you know? And so you really have a hard time just enjoying life, because you're always worried about, oh, I don't want to get a ticket, or oh, I don't want to go to jail, you know? And here in Kenya, it's like, let's say even if you do something that is illegal, maybe you pay a man 200 shillings and the illegal crime has went away. It never happened. So that to me is a higher level of freedom, right? Because in America, people do the same thing.
So there's no bribing in America?
No. It is, but only when you're there.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? You have to already be a politician. You have to be, the son of the person who runs the city. You know what I mean? Or son of a police officer, then you can get a little bit. But for a regular civilian, it doesn't matter if you have $1 million or $1, you're not doing bribery. You have to know somebody. And so, that's one of the aspects of it. And bribery has pros and cons, but I prefer to be in a place where I can play the game too. Yeah. So, yeah.
So, do you feel like Africa or Kenya is giving Americans what America is not giving them, is giving the black Americans what they don't have in America?
Do I feel like it's giving us what we don't have in the States?
And that's why they are here. They're coming here.
I would say anything you want, you can get in the States. But it's just more difficult.
Okay.
Right? So it's like, would I rather play on level 10 difficulty or level 2 difficulty? And for some people, they want to play level 10, so they stay in America. For me, I'd rather play level 2 difficulty, right? So let's say, for example, women. A lot of people come over here to date the Kenyan women, this. We know that's happening.
Yeah.
In the States, can you get women? Yes. But is it more difficult? Of course.
Yeah.
You come to Kenya, okay, you have the American swag, you have the American accent, it just makes it easier. So that's with everything, right? So if you want a nice place in America, can you get it? Yes, but you're gonna pay $10,000 a month. You come here, you may pay $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
So it's just everything's you can get, but it's just easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us maybe, what do you think Kenya is really attracting black Americans, and what really stood for you the most in Kenya?
Okay, so I think black Americans are attracted to Kenya because it's like a soft landing. And I say that because when you come to Kenya, you're not missing out on too much that you had in the States, right? So like even from the restaurants, like you guys have Cold Stones and Domino's and Pizza Hut, right? Places that we're used to seeing in our neighborhoods in America. But then at the same time, you have the other side, which is the African side, right? Things that we may not have had. You guys have the ugalis and the sukuma wikis and the random chapati stands and fruit stands, right? So you get a mix of the two. So I think that's what's attracting a lot of black Americans to a place like this. Versus, let's say if you were to go to Tanzania. It's gonna be like, whoa, this is a shock. Like everything is so different. You know what I mean? So Kenya is easier to adjust to if you just came from the States. And also the fact that we speak very nice English. Of course. We are British colony, so Kenya we speak English. So do you think like for black Americans coming here, it's easily to adapt, and of course we all look the same, like we are all black, so you think they are so easy to fit in. The language plays a big part as well, for sure. Because I lived most of my time overseas in places where they don't speak English. And it is more difficult to get around, negotiate. Exactly. And also most parts of Africa, most countries in Africa, not all are speaking English. There's some Western countries which
West African countries which speak French. So
right.
And like a country like Tanzania as well, they don't speak English. They
Swahili.
speak Swahili.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. You gotta pick and choose wisely where you go.
Yeah. Okay. So how are you treated in Kenya compared to back in States?
How am I treated in Kenya versus back in the States? I'm treated fairly here in Kenya. Yeah, I haven't really had any scam encounters so far. Everything has been fair, you know. So I was expecting maybe a little bit more scams, but I didn't get any. So shout out to Kenya, shout out to Nairobi. I would say people in general, the ones who are social, very nice, very welcoming. The people who are not social, it's like, okay, I don't know what's going on here, you know. As far as how I was treated back in the States compared to here, I'm like in different stages of my life. So in America, I was young. I was like 18, 19, 20. So you're going to be treated differently because you're younger in the beginning. Now I'm 26. So like things just move differently, I would say. So I can't really compare it too much to America. But I would say Kenya is a solid spot. Kenya is a solid spot to land if you're looking to move to Africa.
So when you consider about the social life, how is social life in America compared to Kenya? Okay,
so social life. I feel like the social life is easy. Social life is easy here. There's just so many people in Nairobi, and in general, people are friendly. You don't have to worry about racism most of the time. So you don't have to say, "Oh, I can't go to this neighborhood because it's a white neighborhood." And this. No, you can go wherever you want to go. You know what I mean? You can go to any party you want to go to. You can go to any restaurant you want to go to. You're not worried about rude staff. You know, people are rude, but they're not going to be rude because you're black, right? They're not going to try to spit in your food because you're black. You're okay. And so, I would say social life is better, simply because everyone looks like you. You know what I mean? And Kenyans, they don't seem to like have any type of stigma towards Black Americans. So that's what I like.
And like interacting with Kenyans, how is it like?
Okay, so I've only interacted with a few Kenyans, mostly content creators. And they've been calm, you know what I mean? They have a lot of pride in their country, so they always want to show, oh, this happens here, or that's that, or they want to tell you different facts about the country, historical, you know, details. Most of the people that I've met, they actually love Kenya. They don't even want to like, oh, I don't want to go to America, I don't want to do this, like not to live, to visit maybe, but not to live in the States and things like that. So far I like how like nationalistic Kenya is, you know. Outside of that, I love the accent. The accent is good here in Kenya. You know what I mean? The English is nice. The food is cool. Overall, Kenyans have been cool to me. You know what I mean? No problems. I've been in downtown filming with my camera. Nobody tried to take my camera or take my phone away or anything. So
but there's some places that you need to be careful. I think in every city. In the world, like some of the places you need to be careful. And there are some places which are so safe. Is it the same in America?
So, like in America, I would say phone snatching is not the most common crime. It's not the most, like, the standard of living in America, it is the highest in the world. So, like, having an iPhone in the States is not a big deal. Having an iPhone in some places, it's like, whoa, this is big, you know? So, I don't feel like people have a need to steal phones like that. Does it happen? Yes. But it's not a full, like, I'm getting on a motorbike and I have my friend do it and we about to go out and steal phones. Like, in the States, maybe we're breaking into cars, maybe we're breaking into houses. I think the crimes have elevated a little bit higher than just phone snatching.
They're going after bigger things.
Yes. Which is bad, but still.
Wow.
It's a little different.
So what is the biggest cultural shock that you got here in Kenya?
The biggest cultural shock? It's like, I don't even know if I have culture shocks that much anymore. Because it's like, okay, I've spent a lot of time in Tanzania, I spent a lot of time in Uganda, I spent a lot of time in South Africa. So not South Africa, Kenya to me is kind of like a mix of most of those countries. So it's nothing that's like too revolutionary or nothing that's too like surprising that I would say that's happened thus far. The main thing maybe is the real estate. I feel like the real estate here is really, really, really good. Yeah, really, really.
And that is what is attracting most of Black Americans here. Like they feel like it's more affordable and what they can get in America, they can get it here at a very good
at a better price.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, the quality of like craftsmanship and things like that in Kenya is very high.
Yeah,
much higher than Uganda, much higher than Tanzania for sure. Maybe like on par with South Africa. Yeah.
Do you feel like you are accepted here as a Black American?
Yeah, I feel accepted here in Kenya. You know, I would say being an American here is not like a disadvantage. I wouldn't even say it's an advantage too much, but I think it does help. There's some people that I would talk to, and once they heard my accent, they would like light up, like, oh, like I love your accent, this. So I do feel like it's made some things a little bit easier here in Kenya, just being an American. But in general, if I'm just walking down the street, you wouldn't know I'm an American until I start to talk.
It's very hard to notice,
right?
Unless you speak, now the accent will come out.
Exactly. So for the most part, they're gonna think that I am a Kenyan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They make sure to speak to me in Swahili, and I'm like, la, you know, la Swahili.
Yeah.
So overall, I would say Kenyans have treated me the same way they would treat an next Kenyan. You know what I mean? Yeah. But there's some situations where I feel like maybe it's a little advantage to being a Black American, just because you're different. Yeah. You know.
Okay. Yeah. And what is that one thing that you feel it's kind of challenging here in Kenya?
Filming.
Really?
Yeah, filming has been a challenge. I got kicked out of grocery stores. I got kicked out of malls. I was filming an apartment complex that I was staying in on Airbnb. They told me to stop filming it. Yeah. Kenyans and cameras, goodness. I mean, it's like one of the people at the store told me somebody could be here with their mistress and their wife might see the video. So I'm saying, but what does that got to do with me? I'm trying to film some content. I'm filming myself, not the next people. So filming has been maybe the biggest challenge I would say so far. Yeah. But thankfully, no one has like tried to make me delete the footage or anything like that. But they're always telling me to stop.
Yeah. Okay. So here in Kenya, there's some places like some malls that you're not even supposed to film. I understand when you go outside there, maybe in America it's free, and even in other countries it's you feel really comfortable filming. But here in Kenya, it's a little bit tough. Yeah. Sometimes you're filming and someone is looking at you, and you feel like you've committed a very big crime.
Yes. The camera's the number one weapon. Yeah. I feel like somebody can have a gun right here pointed at everybody, and I can have a camera. They're gonna tackle me versus tackling a man with a gun. It's like, bro, it's okay. But I feel like maybe the camera brings accountability. So if you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing and it's caught on camera, then it's a problem. Yeah. You know, and so that's why I think some people fear the camera, maybe because they're doing something that's, you know,
they don't want to be exposed. Maybe they're doing something that is not really good. Yeah.
Maybe they've been lying to someone, and boom, the video is seen. So yeah, filming has been a challenge. And it's like, see, in America, if someone tells you to stop filming, then you make a protest. Yeah. I have rights. This is my First Amendment. Freedom of speech. You can say that. Okay. Here, you can't do that. They're just gonna beat you with a stick, maybe arrest you. You know, if you try to talk crazy to them. So you have to know, like, okay, I'm in a different country. I gotta follow their rules, whatever. Maybe they tell you to stop filming, and you do it again. You try to like sneak it again after you walk away. Yeah. But it's like, overall, you gotta follow the rules, you know, here in Kenya before you end up in a sticky situation.
Yeah, you know? Like every time you film, you have to be very cautious, and you need to ask, am I allowed, is filming allowed here? Yeah. I don't even ask, I just do it. And if they tell me no, then it's like, okay. You know, it has happened to me as well in a certain mall. Like I was just filming, and then all of a sudden the security was following me around the mall, and they told me to delete the footage. So
they hit you with that.
Delete the footage.
I hate when they do that.
Yeah, it's not good at all, because you see at the end of it all, you're promoting the
business, the country. Yeah, I think that needs to change. You know what I mean? A lot is that. But also they have those content Sundays in CBD. So that's a step forward. That's a step in the right direction. You know. On Sundays here, guys, if you go to CBD, there's like all kind of like Gen Zs probably, TikTokers dancing and getting content and stuff like that. So
at least right now, there are Kenyans. We are embracing some like digital creation.
Yeah.
So when you go to the CBD, you find a lot of people creating contents, doing filming and shooting. So it's getting better. Yeah, it's getting better. Yeah. Yeah. So compared now, when you see Kenyan food compared to America, what do you think about it? What's the difference?
Yeah. What's interesting is the more I travel to other countries, the more I realize that black people worldwide are the same. So the foods we eat are actually quite similar.
Okay.
Yeah. So we always have like some type of a corn dish. For you guys, that's ugali. For Ugandans, that's posho. For South Africans, it's samp. For Americans, it's cornbread, right? So we have like our staple corn. You know, you always got to have your beans. You know what I mean? So the beans have been, they had like yellow beans, butter beans. You know, we have like black eyed peas, kidney beans. So it's like we all eat the same foods worldwide. So it's not too crazy. It's not too dissimilar. The food is fresh, I would say. You guys tend to season your food well in general. And I don't eat meat, so I know people are mad, like, oh, you don't have the nyama choma, this.
Oh, so you've not even tried nyama choma?
No, well, I had it when I was in Tanzania, but that was before I was a vegetarian. Yeah. So I haven't had that.
Okay. But for how long did you stay in Tanzania?
I was there for like 6 months.
Okay.
So I had everything there. So you guys eat the same foods basically. Kenyans and Tanzanians. Yeah. So the mbuzi choma, samaki, the same that you guys eat is simtizi. Yeah. So I experienced the Swahili food already. Okay. But yeah, I do like Kenyan food. It's up there. It's nice. I think Tanzanian food is just a little bit better. Just a little bit. But then Kenya is maybe second. Okay. You know? Yeah.
So for a black American who is maybe in America, has not yet come to Africa, what can you tell them and what can you advise them maybe if they're thinking of moving to either of the African countries?
Yeah, okay, so I guess the best advice would be first, figure out the financial aspect of moving abroad, right? Because a lot of people move abroad and they figure out like, I'm going to figure it out when I get there. I'm going to try to start a business when I get to Kenya, when I get to Uganda, when I get to these places. Most of the time they fail when they do that. So you got to have a real financial plan, and preferably you should already have a stream of income that's online, that's paying you before you even leave America. Okay. Right? And so, I mean, there's already blueprints out there. Like when most people are immigrating from Kenya to America, they don't just move to America and say, I'm gonna figure it out. They usually have some type of job lined up, they're going to school, or there's something that's already there for them. So black Americans should take the same advice. Figure out a way to make money before you make the move. Okay. Yeah. So
you need to have something that when you come here, your life will still be on move.
Yes. Okay. Yes. You know, you don't have to make as much money as you're making in America because, of course, your life is going to be cheaper. But you still need to be making some money every single month. Yeah. But then the second thing is do some good research on the visa laws, right? Visa. Because a lot of times we try to just move to a country that we think is nice, but that country may not have good laws for us to live there long term. So, like in Tanzania, for example, that's why I had to leave, because I moved there and they switched up the visa laws, so I wasn't able to stay there legally. So I had to go ahead and go over to Egypt, right? So the visa laws are super important. You see what's happening now in America? Trump is like kicking the immigrants out if you overstaying your visa. The same thing happens in these African countries. They will arrest you, they will take your passport, they'll blacklist you from the country. So you can't be playing around with visa laws. Don't try to be the person who moves to a country on a tourist visa. A tourist visa is for tourism only. It's not for you to move to a country. So yeah, be mindful of those things. Get the money together and then figure out your visa as well. That's the best advice.
Okay. When you compare the cost of living in Kenya, how can you see?
Okay. Cost of living. So like my reference of cost of living now is other African countries. So I would say the most affordable by far is Egypt. Okay. Most affordable cost of living. Then when it comes to what will be next, I might say South Africa, maybe next. Yes. And the good thing around South Africa is you're paying a little bit more money, but you're getting a quality of life that makes sense, right? Same thing with Kenya. You're gonna pay a little bit more money, but you're gonna get a quality of life where it makes sense. Versus, I would say Uganda, I think the prices can be actually a bit high in Uganda, but you're not getting the quality that's actually worth it, you know? So I think I've actually spent more money like in a week in Uganda than I will in a week here in Kenya. Just because convenience. Right, so like here I can just walk downstairs. It's 2 grocery stores. There's Pizza Inn right here. They got the Uber Eats that's going to come deliver. So the convenience actually makes Kenya cheaper, right? And I think some things maybe because you have the port. Some things are cheaper. You know what I mean, to be imported. So Kenya I'd say is maybe 3rd in Africa. Some things are more expensive. Some things are a little bit cheaper. Overall, it is a more expensive country, I would say, in Africa. But it's not outrageous to the point where you're like, this is not worth it.
Okay. Nice.
How do you find the cost of living as a Kenyan? Is it high? Is it low?
It's very high. That's why you see most of the time we are on the street protesting. Like the cost of living is so high.
Like what is it mostly? Like the rent is high? Is it the food?
The food
is high.
Yeah, the food is high. Like everything is going up.
And when you go to, let's say, Nakuru, is things cheaper? Are things cheaper?
No, the entire country.
It's going up
the
everywhere.
economy is affecting the entire country, not only in Nairobi.
I see. Wow. Okay, I didn't know.
But now for Americans, when they come here, they feel like, wow, this is really good.
Okay.
Like it's not really high, right?
I mean, because is this America is too overpriced. That's the thing about America.
So there's some very expensive cities in America, like Miami.
Miami. I'm from Los Angeles, so Los Angeles is always either the first or second most expensive, right? So
which is the most expensive city in America?
It's always either Los Angeles or New York.
Okay.
So it kind of goes back and forth. But I think LA is to me a better place to live, to spend the money, because you got the beach, you got the warm weather, you know what I mean? It's clean, healthy foods. So to me, LA is more worth it than New York. But what I would say is America is just way too overpriced. So it's to the point where I made a video the other day, people are living in storage units. So places where you're meant to like store your items and your shoes, they're moving into them because rent is too expensive. You know, and so when you come anywhere outside of America, it's going to feel cheaper. You know what I mean? Even though Kenya is definitely expensive, it's still way cheaper than America. So I think that's what it is. You know?
So, but how do you think about Black Americans coming to Kenya? And for us Kenyans, we are moving or shifting to, we are trying to go to America. What do you think about that?
I think that going to America makes sense for some people and not for others. So if you're going to America and you have a plan to come back to Kenya, I think that makes sense.
Okay.
Because you make some good US dollars, you send it over here, or you transfer it to Kenyan shillings, you have a lot of money. But if you're going to America thinking you're going to work a job and live a good life, you're sadly mistaken. Because all of your money is going to go right back out. Anything you make, you're going to spend it on bills, you're going to spend it on food, you're going to spend it on insurance, you're going to spend it on medical bills. The money you make is going to go right back to the system.
Okay.
And so here in Kenya, I think even if you're working a regular job, you can pay your bills and not stress too much.
Okay.
Right? But in the States, most people have to take upon debt. So they're going to have their house bill, they're going to have their car bill, they're going to have their food bill, their electric bill, they're going to have their gas bill, then they're going to have to put gas inside the car, then they're going to have to pay the car note for the car, then they got a credit card that they got to pay. So it's just like, even if you make this much, you're spending this much. And so you're never really getting ahead in the States.
So you mentioned about the car bill and the fuel, gas bill. So in America, people don't own cars. Like
no. So in America, most people have a car, of course, but they're getting the car on credit.
Okay.
So that basically means you're taking a loan from the bank. Okay. Now, especially if you're black, they're going to give you what's called a subprime rate. So let's say the car is 400,000 Kenyan shillings. You're going to take a loan to pay that 400,000 Kenyan shillings. But by the time you finish that loan, you pay 4 million Kenyan shillings for that car that's 400,000. You see? So every month you're paying money, but most of it is just going to interest. So then when you get tired of that car and you want to sell it, now you have all that debt on the car. So the car is actually worth less than what you bought it for. Okay. So then they scam you again, and they roll that debt into the next car you get. So you're just always in debt in America. You're never really getting out of it.
Yeah.
You know, And then you need to have credit to even get a place.
Mm-hmm.
So in Kenya, if I want an apartment, I'm pretty sure I just go to a person, say, hey, here's the money for 6 months. They give me the keys.
All right.
In the States, you can say, here's the money for the place.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to say, I don't want your money. Put in a credit application. We need to see if you're trustworthy for it.
Oh.
You see? So they force you, they integrate you into that system where you have to have debt, you have to be a slave, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so people get tired of that system and they want us to leave.
Yeah.
So back to the main question.
Yeah.
Is it worth Kenyans going to America? It depends.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like a software engineer, you're going to get paid $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year in dollars, go for it.
Yeah.
But if you think you're going to go and just work a regular job and enjoy life, you're sadly mistaken.
So it's good to work and invest in here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, take advantage of that arbitrage between the US dollar and the Kenyan shilling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like if you were to go to Uganda, you'll be rich because the Kenyan shilling is worth way more than the Ugandan shilling, right? So the food will be cheaper, the rent will be cheaper, everything will be cheaper for you. You know what I mean? But the quality is not as good.
Yeah.
But your money still does go farther.
Yeah.
You know, in other places.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Eddie.
For sure.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us today. I hope this video has really inspired someone in America, the Black Americans who are thinking of coming here in Kenya. Yeah, not just coming for just a destination, but coming to Kenya as a place where you belong. So thank you so much for everyone who have watched this video till this point. I appreciate a lot. Thank you again, and I'm gonna end this video at this point. Maybe you can just say something, the last thing, as we wrap up.
Okay, cool. So I would say to the Black Americans watching, Karibu Kenya, that means welcome to Kenya.
Yeah.
Don't forget to check out my channel, No Limit Eddie, if you want to see my adventures as a Black American all over the continent. Yeah, check me out.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
Karibu sana. Until next time, bye for now.